Great job, Julia. Time for our next speaker. When I was a young girl, I loved comic books. And I know I would have loved reading about the characters found on the pages of Chunky Girls Comics. The inspirational founders of Chunky Girl Comics, Marissa and Jose Garcia, are from Stockton. And their small team of writers and artists want to show the world that superheroes don't have to be skinny. Did you hear that? Yeah! Chunky Girls Comics have given us characters like Sweet Pea, Sage, Candy, and Rosie. Girls with curves who are like us. And by presenting us with realistic models, we can redefine what it means to be beautiful. Thank you for coming to share what you do with us. Please welcome Marissa Garcia.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Marissa.
First, thank you guys for inviting me here. This is one of my first kind of real speaking engagements, so it's a good trial for me. Again, my name is Marissa, and I live right up I-5 in Stockton, and I'm the creator and writer of Chunky Girl Comics. We are a small, independent team of creators who love comics, love superheroes, we love all the movies, but wanted to have our characters be like people we know. I wanted to be a superhero. I wanted to share a little bit of my story with you guys, dealing with bullying growing up. And I want you all, especially the kids and the young adults that are here, to know that it does get better. And that we all do have the power to make a difference. When I was really little, I was a scrawny kid. You probably can't tell that by looking at me now. But I had bony legs and really big feet, and I was awkward and clumsy. And I had like these scrawny knees and elbows. But when I got into 3rd and 4th grade, I started to gain a little weight. And then as I got older, gained a little bit more weight. And I felt like I was gaining weight, but that my friends weren't. They stayed skinny, and my friends were shopping in the kids section, and I had to start shopping in the junior section. And eventually it was in the women's section. Now, just because I was chunky didn't mean I wasn't active. I played basketball. I was on the swim team. I played outside every day, rode my bike. I lived on rollerblades. And I even did competitive horseback riding. I just happened to be bigger than everybody else. The name calling for me started in 5th grade, where there was this group of girls who decided the best thing to do at recess was to follow me around and tease me. And I heard all the names. I heard funny names, silly names, made-up names. They tried to rhyme my name with, mean words. But I kept a straight face, even though it hurt. And I wouldn't cry in front of anyone else because I didn't want anyone to know that it bothered me. I wanted to be the tough one. No, they don't bother me. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell my teachers. My mom did the whole thing when I came home from school. It was, how was your day? Fine. What'd you do today? Nothing. And I'm sure parents, you guys, it's probably what you hear from your kids now. I sucked it up and held it in. But by holding it in and not expressing it, I started to get mean. I became a bully. I was mean to other kids, boys, girls, older than me, younger than me, it didn't matter. I kept my friends close, but anyone who tried to threaten that or get too close to my friends, I was mean to them. I was taller than everybody else, even the boys at that age. I was big and I was intimidating, and I used that to my advantage. When it was time to get into middle school, I started to become more interested in boys. The problem was the boys weren't interested in me. They saw me as a friend. I played sports, played video games, liked comic books. I was the girl that was watching football on Sunday. And I was, of course, best friends with the girls that they did like. I loved the attention that I got from the boys, but I wanted to be a girlfriend and not just one of the boys. As I got older, I got taller, but my weight pretty much stayed the same. I got curves, and while I should have loved to show them off, I covered them up. Now, I grew up in the early 90s where big baggy clothes were in, so thankfully, I could hide it, and even for girls, baggy clothes were in. So I wore baggy jeans and t-shirts, but my friends who were a little thinner, they liked the short shorts and the tank tops. The name calling for me stopped in 8th grade, but the damage was already done. My self-esteem was low. My friends were getting all the attention, so I started telling lies to make myself more interesting. I told lies about dating boys in other schools so nobody could check. I lied about going to parties on the weekends. I lied about my family having money. I just wanted to be popular. I wanted to be like, oh yeah, I want to be friends with Marissa. And I had a lot of friends. That wasn't the problem. I just wanted attention the way they were getting attention. It was my senior year of high school that I made a decision to focus on how to make myself happy and not rely on other people to make me happy. I started dressing with more confidence, walking with more confidence. I realized that when I carried myself with my head held high, people noticed. I smiled more, which is a lot because I smile a lot. I never changed who I was, I just changed what was visible on the outside. And when you love yourself, when you love who you are on the inside, it'll show on the outside. When you stop worrying about what other people think of you, it shows. I learned to dress how I wanted, talk how I wanted, and how to interact with people as me and not as other person I was trying to be. I carried that confidence with me into adulthood, and that confidence has gotten me through college, my career, in my relationships, my friendships, and now as a mother. About 2 years ago, Chunky Girl Comics was born. I created these beautiful, curvy, chunky women to show that superheroes don't have to be skinny. At Chunky Girl Comics, words like chunky, curvy, fat, and chubby aren't bad words. They're words that describe you but don't define you. I'm proud of who I am, and the 3 other women who make up the ladies of the Heavy Response Unit are proud of who they are. We all have very different stories, but what we have in common is that it got better. So remember, the kids here, the teenagers here, and parents, it gets better. Middle school and high school are rough. I wouldn't go back to middle school or high school if you paid me. I wouldn't do it. And you might be the one being bullied or being teased, or you might look at yourself today and realize maybe I'm the bully. But know that things get better on both sides. Think before you speak, think before you act, put yourself in the other person's shoes. You never know what the other person is going through when they leave school. I'm here as a member of the Heavy Response Unit, the awesome superhero team from Chunky Girl Comics. I portray a fictional superhero, but in our real lives, we can all be superheroes. So you stand up for what's right, you don't stay silent. If you see something wrong or someone being teased or harassed, don't keep quiet. Include people, talk to people. Step in, tell a teacher, tell a parent. We can all be a superhero. We can do it. And that's my time. So thank you again. I could ramble on forever. I would love to meet some of you guys afterwards. I've got a table in the back. I've got some little freebies, and you can check out, the comic book. You can check out the characters. I'd love to say hi. And all right, thank you guys again.
Thank you, Marissa. You know what, let's give her a big hand. That was the first time that she spoke in public. Wow.
We're going to do something a little different here, however, it does deal with music. When I talk to my students about some of the things they enjoy doing